Hey guys, welcome back to some more AFK Arena. Today we're over on the test account, and that's right, we are checking out our new Graveborn hero. So overall, guys, I'm pretty impressed with the build. The artwork on this is absolutely phenomenal. But let's go in here, Lady Simona. Let's see what she looks like. A lot of people, again, were pretty impressed when we went through earlier with the Arena of Trials, but now we actually get to the point that we can test her out in different formations, and I want to see exactly what she can do. Now, overall, she is a mage. However, she is a kind of a support hero with the energy regeneration, but a lot of players are also saying it seems like she is going to do a considerable amount of damage as well. So again, I want to try that out and see exactly where she does come in. So we put this to 510. That is kind of the beginning point, guys, because as you can see, they're running 150 level deficiency is where we're at. And I am wondering exactly where. In this one, it actually gave us an empty formation. I'm just kind of curious as to her abilities. And I figured she would just get run right over. I know, let's go ahead and just drop them in kind of one by one. A lot of players were saying with the awakened version of Chimera that she should be incredibly strong. And I think, again, I think she's going to die out pretty quick. See, there she didn't even die out. And I thought Chimera would keep her alive. And I know Chimera is super powerful in this aspect, guys, but her feeding energy to Chimera, 206, 118. And again, as a mage, that is a pretty decent buff that we have in here. So this, of course, is the 5-pull. I think this is pretty stationary. Now, interesting with the 5-pull, guys, is with her ability being an AoE ability with that bell, the 5-pull is actually pretty good because literally you are putting every hero into that ability. You are literally sitting everyone right inside of that bell. 54, so she does top the damage meter. And of course, we had crowd control right there off the bat. And then the 5-pull. I was kind of thinking a couple different formations of kind of having the ability to put her together with other heroes would be a very interesting combination. Now, I would love to run her with other Graveborns as well. And again, thinking about some heroes that can kind of crowd control in that aspect might work incredibly well just for the fact of that crowd control aspect that they do possess. So even there, we also have the Dominion right here with Edwin. And look at that AoE ability, guys. If we can stack heroes into that little circle, and then of course, boom, her energy regeneration in here is crazy. The energy regeneration in here is crazy, guys. 151. So again, kind of really not doing as much damage as I thought, but again, it seems like we are almost seeing her, which of course, guys, versus the awakened version of Baden, I figured that wouldn't be the case. Let's drop in another hero. That is not Baden, just because Baden is kind of broken. Let's throw in kind of another tank in there. You know what? Let's go with Hodgkin. We'll see what this does. I mean, again, we're just kind of testing around with her. And I'm trying not to use just all the meta heroes that we see. So there she goes. She gets the shield on that one. So boom, 412 energy on that one. And look at how fast she ults, guys. Because she is still getting energy back. That is kind of crazy. And again, I'm thinking of a lot of heroes that do require a significant amount of energy to really be built up or built out. And she can definitely do that, guys. Even here, her being a mage, she can have some energy regeneration artifacts. Boom, there we go. So she is already full. There's the energy. So she ults twice before Rosline, and it's still full, guys. There's an ult, fills up everybody else. Yeah, look at this energy. We thought it was just because she was killing all of the targets out so fast with the energy a little bit ago. But that doesn't... I wonder just running a tank. And again, that's kind of interesting because watch the energy. Boom, there we go. Big energy buff right there. went down before the alt. Wondering even running like an Ulna in here. And I'm thinking Liberta, I'm thinking Damia, I'm thinking um there's going to be so many heroes in here again just for the energy aspect that she's bringing. That is going to be kind of crazy in here. Again, survivability not too high, so we know that. Okay, survivability, so we got to run her back row, which is okay. But then again, I'm thinking, you know, looking at like a Palmer and a Liberta, I'm just wondering how much further that with the amount of ults that she is throwing up, like how much faster we could get this to go. And I mean, even like a Rem, I know a lot of people said with Robin Hood for that energy disintegration, but I'm thinking like Ulna Rem, just because of the ultimate ability in here to go ahead and energy. Let's energy battery with Aziz. Let's throw Liberta in here. I'm sure even based on this, guys, because again, the energy regeneration in here is going to be huge. Even there, Aziz is throwing up the 50 energy. Means, of course, she's going to ult a little bit faster. And Shamir silenced her. That's not even going to make a difference, but boom, 403 energy. That is kind of crazy. I mean, doing decent damage. And that's kind of what I was thinking is let's go ahead and drop this a couple levels higher. And I think, guys, when it comes to her and the Awakened Heroes especially, I feel like this is going to be huge. And I'm wondering if she even has an artifact on. I didn't think so. I mean, even gear-wise, putting her in some of these artifacts right here, guys, of course, immediately starting to get the energy right off of the bat. And then, of course, feeding that energy to everyone else. Gets a buff right there. And that's a pretty fast energy. 337 for everyone on the team for that energy regen. And I'm wondering the buffing aspect in here. To be able to get her to ult. Yeah, that's going to be pretty interesting to see. I mean, the damage aspect, but the buffing aspect of some of those heroes in here. I'm even thinking like Baden. I mean, some of these really strong heroes that we're seeing. Let's run Lucilla in here as well. We know Kidney Sinruk is, of course, going to take out some of the... But, of course, we have Shamir in here, guys. But there's the energy. Works pretty well, but let's see in comparison. 86, 157. Look at that, guys. Healing, of course, no healing in there. But again, she is bringing the energy with the rest of these heroes back in so fast. That is kind of crazy. I mean, she is putting up some pretty decent numbers, even though, I mean, she's not on par, of course, with Liberta being a Celestial, but overall, he's pretty broken. But I can see her literally going into a lot of different formations just because of the build out, just because of the design of her. I wonder even, let's drop like a Matria in here. I'm just wondering the we use Kinesis Rook. I'm just wondering a few of these is getting that. I feel like getting that SP effect in here is going to make a really big difference. Yeah, let's run this. Again, I'm just thinking that SP effect, because again, that energy regeneration, she gets 300 off the bat right there. Boom, she went down, but buffed up everybody right as she died. And that bell still goes off after she dies. Yeah, the energy aspect is going to be huge. So not only is she going to be feeding other teams, and again, I'm thinking like boss formations. This is going to be very interesting to see exactly where she kind of comes out in these formations. Let's try some maulers in here. And I think Oren's going to come right over, but we got the awakened version of Sophia in there, which went down pretty quick. Oren is a monster, guys. And look at Oren. That's the reason why we say, guys, Oren is a monster when you have him built. But look at that, 204, 168. And again, the awakened version of Sophia went down pretty quick with Oren. And the Mauler's not a huge push for a majority of these heroes, guys. And again, thinking about like the invade team, we'd go for a little bit more defensive in here. But I know it's going to be the same when Oren comes over. Going to drop Sophia. Wow. Still, the bell goes off. Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty impressed overall with the damage that she's putting on. Again, we're just going to have to find some teams where she is going to work incredibly well. And again, facing Oren, facing a couple other heroes, not really going to do. I wonder if, let's 5-pull with Leica. Is that going to trigger? I wonder if that is even going to trigger because of the delayed come in. Oh, see, he's going to do the, oh, now I pulled everyone. And I'm wondering just the damage comparison on some of these. 140, 104, 107. Yeah, so definitely putting up a little bit of damage. Let me hop over on YouTube and look at some of these comments, guys. I know a lot of you guys dropped some of the comments in here. Fits perfectly in a Chimera team. Energy to support Chimera, kill the enemy with the clones if they're grouped up. Absolutely. That's what I was thinking, that this first one, with that awakened version of Chimera, she's going to have the ability to actually kill the clones. Let's drop Robin Hood in here too. Just because once upon a time, we'd have to use Robin Hood for something. A little bit of damage mitigation. I don't even know if this is going to make sense. Yeah, a lot of players saying that she would take Awakened Sophia's place in the treasure scramble. Unit is awesome with Chimera, definitely with that SP effect. Going to be insane. Yeah, building her out, she looks really promising. Paired with the Awakened Chimera is crazy. And that's what it seems. All the energy drinking with Chimera and the Tortured Souls, and the increase in magic damage, more frequent alts. That's going to be the build, guys. And of course, Robin Hood. Unfortunately, we're still not seeing much utility out of Robin Hood. But even look at that, guys. Man, the awakened version of Chimera. Even Robin Hood put up 124. But let's see somebody else than Robin Hood. I am wondering if we can get like a Palmer in there just for the damage amplification factor. Where's Palmer? I think he's in a different formation. Don't like it doesn't drop it out. It's kind of silly. But let's swap this up a little bit. I'm wondering how this is going to look with Palmer in this formation. Unfortunately, Lady Simone gets targeted right off the bat, but even there, boom, there's the bell is up in the most concentrated areas. Bell is up again. And the Chimera alts, guys. Chimera is just flying through the alts. So again, damage amplification with this team. 309, 389. I figured it would take it higher. I didn't know if it would go that high. That is awesome because, of course, I believe she's getting the clone damage as well, which means that she's going to be super broken. I am wondering even like Vathiel as a buffer. And again, looking at the SP effect, we're going to keep it. But I'm just thinking a little bit of a stronger buffer than we see with Joan. just because that godly physique will come out of Ethiel. Yeah, and that bell is just going off nonstop, guys. $325, $360. Wow. I am pretty impressed with her, guys. That is really, really cool to see. That is awesome. And again, she's going to be used. That's really it. Looking at the test, whether it is with the awakened version of Shamira, making Shamira a lot stronger. With the magic damage, if it's not in a couple other ones like Belinda, it's going to be super interesting to see. And I wonder even that formation. You know what? Let's drop. I'm wondering the old school, like the Alna Belinda. And again, just thinking like the PvP wise. And then, of course, putting her in there. And then we'll put in, I was thinking Rain, but let's see if we can do Ivan. Ivan's in 3. Let's drop Ivan out of 3. And I'm just wondering with the buffs, because of course Ivan gonna go boom, skeleton over the awakened version of Belinda. She went down right there. But I'm just wondering that magical damage amplification. 553 million. There you go, guys. So that is really, really cool to see. Again, I know she went down early in that one, but I wanted to see what those buffs look like based on this. Again, having the awakened version of Belinda being able to alt and then alt much, much, much faster than she normally would. And again, Orin is just burning her down back here. Yeah, that's going to be interesting. But all right, guys, so that'll do it for the test. I wanted to see her again in a couple different formations. Seemed like the Awakened Shamira, she is going to be just busted, which is very cool to see. But let me know in the comments what you guys think. And as always, thank you guys for watching.